The idea of reaching your full potential gets thrown around a lot. It's usually wrapped in hype. Wake up at 5 a.m., optimize every second, hustle harder than everyone else. The problem is that kind of thinking often leaves people anxious, burned out, or quietly disappointed with themselves. Stoicism offers a very different approach. The Stoics, people like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, weren't obsessed with becoming extraordinary in the modern sense. They weren't chasing fame, status, or constant achievement. What they cared about was something deeper and honestly more sustainable. Living well, regardless of circumstances. From a Stoic perspective, reaching your full potential isn't about doing more. It's about becoming better, more steady, more intentional, more aligned with what actually matters. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it's powerful. There's no need to fill up your entire day with some sort of activities, although modern society is telling us quite the opposite. It's okay to just stop to take quality time for yourself. Reading a book or meditating will help you a great deal with getting closer to your real self. Here's how Stoicism breaks that journey into 5 grounded practical steps. Step 1. Understand what's actually in your control. This is the foundation of Stoicism, and it changes everything. According to the Stoics, your life can be divided into 2 categories: things you control and the things you don't. You control your thoughts, choices, values, and actions. You don't control outcomes, other people, luck, timing, or most external events. Most frustration comes from mixing these up. We waste huge amounts of energy trying to control how others see us, how things turn out, or how life should go. Stoicism teaches that potential is reached not by forcing the world to cooperate, but by mastering your response to it. When you focus only on what's in your control, something strange happens. You become calmer and more effective. Instead of asking, "How do I guarantee success?" you ask, "What's the best action I can take right now?" That shift alone puts you ahead of most people. Your potential grows the moment you stop arguing with reality and start working with it. Step 2. Train your mind before you try to change your life. Stoics believe the quality of your life is determined by the quality of your judgments. Not events themselves, your interpretation of them. Reaching your full potential means learning how to pause between what happens and how you react. Someone criticizes you. You fail at something. Plans fall apart. Your instinct might be frustration, embarrassment, or self-blame. The Stoic response isn't suppression, it's examination. Ask, is this actually bad or just uncomfortable? Am I adding meaning that isn't there? What would a calm, rational version of me do next? This kind of mental training doesn't make you passive. It makes you precise. You stop wasting emotional energy on things that don't deserve it and save that energy for growth. Over time, this discipline builds resilience. You stop being knocked off course by every obstacle, and that steadiness, that's a form of potential most people never develop. Step 3. Practice voluntary discomfort. This one surprises people. Stoics didn't believe in comfort as a goal. They believed comfort was something to be handled carefully because too much of it makes you fragile. Voluntary discomfort means intentionally doing small things that are inconvenient or challenging, not to suffer, but to train yourself. Walking instead of driving. Saying no to excess. Doing the hard task first. Sitting with boredom instead of escaping it instantly. Why does this matter? Because potential isn't tested when life is easy. It's tested when things go wrong. Stoics prepared for difficulty before it arrived. When you regularly choose mild discomfort, fear loses its grip. You trust yourself more. Hard moments feel manageable instead of overwhelming. You don't need extreme challenges, just consistent reminders that you can endure more than you think. That confidence quietly unlocks parts of your potential that comfort keeps hidden. Step 4. Act with virtue, not ego. Modern culture often defines potential in terms of achievement, how much you accomplish, how impressive you look, how far ahead you get. Stoicism defines potential in terms of character. The Stoics believed the highest good was virtue, wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. In simple terms, this means doing the right thing, even when it's inconvenient or unnoticed. Ask yourself, am I acting out of ego or principle? Am I trying to look good or be good? Would I respect this decision if no one ever knew about it? When your actions are guided by values rather than approval, your life becomes more coherent. You're not pulled in 10 directions trying to impress everyone. Your energy becomes focused. Ironically, this often leads to better results anyway, but the point is that your worth no longer depends on them. Your potential isn't about being admired. It's about being trustworthy to others and to yourself. Step 5. Accept impermanence and keep going. Anyway, Stoicism asks you to remember something most people avoid. Everything changes. Success fades. Failure passes. People leave. Opportunities close. Life doesn't stay still long enough for perfection. Instead of fighting this, Stoics accepted it and used it as motivation. If nothing lasts forever, then now matters. If outcomes aren't guaranteed, effort still is. If today is imperfect, that doesn't excuse inaction. Reaching your full potential, from a Stoic view, isn't about arriving somewhere permanent. It's about continuing to show up, even when conditions aren't ideal. Some days you'll be disciplined, some days you won't. Some seasons you'll grow fast, others will feel stuck. The Stoic approach is simple. Do your best today without demanding that today be extraordinary. Consistency, not intensity, is what compounds into a meaningful life. What Stoicism really teaches about potential. Stoicism doesn't promise that you'll become rich, famous, or endlessly happy. What it offers is something more reliable: inner stability. When you focus on what you control, you become harder to break and easier to guide. Your full potential, in this sense, isn't about external success. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle success, failure, uncertainty, and responsibility without losing themselves. That's not glamorous, but it's rare, and it's powerful. And maybe that's the most Stoic idea of all. You don't need to conquer the world to reach your potential. You just need to govern yourself well, day after day, choice by choice. That was it for now. I hope you've learned something meaningful from today's Stoic lesson. If you enjoyed this video, I suggest you hit the subscribe button to be notified when more life-changing content comes out. Thank you.